All right, here we go. Welcome back to my channel. And like I said, I'm back. And we're here to make this consistent and let's see where it goes. Pero like I said before, ang objective ko talaga sa mga contents na to is makatulong sa mga fellow Kanoypis natin to become a profitable trader in the manner that I know how to. Because I'm a profitable trader and I'll show you results later. Pero bago yan, intro muna tayo. Alright, here we go. Welcome back to my channel. Here's your boy Forex Noipi. And today is a new season of the content creation. And again, our objective here is to help our fellow Kanoipis to become a profitable trader the way that I know how to. So bago natin simulan itong nasa slide natin na to, gusto ko munang mag-disclaimer na ang ipapakita ko sa inyo sa mga susunod na contents natin is not trading advice. I'm simply just showing you what I do and how I do it, but it requires your intense and innate research to be able to become a better trader than what you already are today. Okay? So bago natin simulan yan lahat, gusto ko lang sabihin sa inyo na pag may makita kayong ibang mga content creators tungkol sa trading or anybody that claims that they're a guru, ito ang challenge ko sa inyo ha. Pati doon sa mga nanonood na may content na dyan, ang challenge ko sa inyo is magbukas kayo live without anything ng sarili nyong brokerage account. Like what I'm about to do ngayon. Okay? So simulan natin. I'm gonna show you my brokerage accounts and to tell you that we're legit and we're a profitable trader. I'm gonna show you two accounts, one my own and one my work, because I trade for a living and this is what I do. I'm not a day trader, I'm a fundamental swing trader, but I'm gonna show you that it works. I'm gonna show you my performance. Okay, so this is my year-to-date performance right now. I am 12.06% profitable here in my work account. I am currently 4% for the month of May. In April, I was at 15.48% return. Drawdown naman ako ng February at saka ng March. And I didn't start pretty good in January. Okay? So this is my work account. Like I said, I trade for a living and this is what I do. At ngayon, papakita ko naman sa inyo yung personal account ko. I have two personal accounts. I would show you my one account only that I am willing to show publicly. And ito yon, I use interactive brokers. The other broker I have is Switch Markets. But this one shows that I'm authentic kasi I'm logging in live, right? So here are my current positions. I'm gonna show you now the dashboard and this is where I'm at. Currently 0.38% return. At peak, I was at 4.79 this month and I've experienced a couple of drawdowns. Okay, so this is what it is. This is my entire brokerage account. Okay, so now that I've shown you what I'm capable of, I challenge you, yung mga traders natin dyan, mga trader gurus natin dyan, show your live brokerage accounts and show it as much authenticity that I have done bago kayo magturo ng trading. Okay, so I'll go to my main content, which is how to become a fundamental swing trader like myself with using the A1 Edge Finder data, which I'm gonna show you the link in the description down below. Pero hindi ito sponsored nila ha, just to let you know. It's not sponsored content. If you wanna check them out, may bayad yan and it's quite pricey. Pero kayo na bahala. Do your own research. Okay? So let's get right to it. Okay. So what is fundamental swing trading? Okay. So basically, sa mga bago dyan, these are holding trades for several days. Minsan ilang linggo. Based on macroeconomic direction. That's me. Yung marami kasi, what they do sinihintay lang they're purely technical, and majority of the traders are just purely technical, no? I don't believe that, and my results would show that I have the right to not believe that. Fundamental swing trading, it focuses on economic strength, interest rate, inflation, labor market, and central bank policies, right? Tapos, it uses data-driven bias, not just emotional entries, not just charts. Hindi yung, ay, shit, mataas ang NFP. I'm gonna buy or I'm gonna sell, whatever it is, right? Your goal really here, or at least the way I do it, is I aim high to catch large directional moves, momentum, with patience and risk control. Sometimes I have trades, sometimes I don't. And the moment that you're able to endure not having or having to do that is the moment you know you're right fit to become a swing trader. Okay? So, why most retail traders fail? Kasi they trade without macro context. Titingin lang sila ng kahit ano in the chart. Like, let's say, for example, I'll get gold as an example. Tayo sa gold. Okay. So, when the gold chart was at this area, or this price action, let's say, ayan, everybody thought that it's coming down. A lot of the people thought it was coming down. Kasi this was, at this time, this was all-time high. And everybody was like, okay, it reached its high, and what goes up must come down. Diba? Tapos, ang nangyari, what happened was, it went back down for a pullback, and it went back up, and then it went back down. After 3 months, it just went skyrocketing high, breaking its own highs and creating newer highs almost every day. Almost every day, Like, just look at this. After this high right here, let's just draw a mark here. Gold tested the highs 4 times. And then after that, after it broke that high, it never had a pullback for 48 days. Imagine, for 48 days, and you kept thinking that gold is coming down because you don't have macroeconomic context. Malamang nasunog ka. That's what it was, right? That's why macroeconomics is very important. Knowing the direction is very important. Retail traders, majority of the time, who are just purely technical, they react emotionally when it comes to candles. It's a strong bull candle. The next thing you know is you need to buy or to sell without context. What's worse is they rely on social media. Kung sino yung follower or the person that they admire the most because their content are so good, it's highly technical, they speak so smart, they follow, and then they follow whatever they say in social media, right? We're different. I want to teach context. I want to teach, and you figure it out on your own, right? I can lead you where to look, but you have to understand it on your own, right? Next, over trading lower time frames. Alam niyo yung mga machine gun traders, yung 0.01, yung mga ganon. I don't despise those people, right? But just show me doing that gets you into a 2-year profitable show me a 2-year profitable portfolio just by doing that. And maybe this time it'll change my mind, right? But I've been asking that to my fellow traders at work. Nobody ever believes it. I swear. Nobody. Okay. Why do most retail traders fail? Because they ignore economic data and they risk too much on random setups, right? Which is really what sucks, right? Kasi ang hirap na nga ng trading. Gusto pa nilang padaliin. But they don't think. They just execute. They never look at how much they risk. And there's a whole new different content about that, no? Pero in a nutshell, because trading is so hard, people want to come out. They want to come out that it's easy, but it's not. It's really hard. Okay, if you have a content creator that you're following that tells you that trading is easy, god damn it, stop following them, because it's hard. It's really hard. If you wanna make money, it takes money to make money. Okay? Alright. So, ano muna si A1 Edge Finder? May papakita ko yung tool na ginagamit ko, no? Siyempre para sa mga bago, pero in a nutshell, A1 Edge Finder is a macro and sentiment-based analysis tool for traders. Again, hindi ako nagpo-promote, okay? I'm just showing you what the tools are that I'm using. It provides currency strength and weakness scoring, tracks institutional positioning, and economic bias. Yung institutional positioning, yan yung mga banks, yung mga hedge funds, yung mga tunay na prop firms, okay? Yung mga prop firms na hindi mo kailangan magbayad para magkaroon ng challenge, that's the recent prop firm. I'm talking about the prop firms like proprietary firms where you give money as a millionaire, as a billionaire, you invest in them and they make your money grow better than S&P 500 or the Nasdaq. Hindi yung katulad ng yung mga prop firms natin ngayon who doesn't really put your trades in the market, who earns from your challenge money, who has tight rules. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. Institutional traders are on those hedge funds, banks, and the real prop firms. Okay. Edge Finder also helps traders identify high profitability swing opportunities dahil nga macroeconomic based. At in my life, just in my own first-hand experience, I have not met a trader who does it for a living, at least in our team, na marunong or na swing trade, na scalper or day trader. May ilan siguro mga 2% day trader, but I've never seen scalper who does machine gun scalping. Wala. Who does 1 minute, 15 seconds. Wala akong nakikitang ganun pa. Okay? And Edge Finder also uses a directional framework and not just a magical signal tool. Hindi ito ang end-all and be-all. It's just a tool composed of a lot of data, and I'm gonna show you that right now. Okay. So this is the A1 Edge Finder tool. Okay. So it all starts here in the top setups dahil ito ang ginagamit ko sa kasalukuyan. This one tells me the type of setups that I can look for in the market. So if I see US dollar there, it's bullish for a reason. Gold is bearish here for a reason, of course, because it's combining technical sentiment, economic growth and consumer strength, inflation, and jobs market. Now put all of them combined. That's where you develop your score and identify whether the market is fundamentally bearish or fundamentally bullish. Okay? I can make, and I have created some more contents about this, but in the past, pero ngayon, I'll probably make another one soon kasi nag-update na siya. There has more data in here than it did back then a year ago. Okay? So I'm gonna show you the core process of being a fundamental swing trader. Okay? Ito lang yung simplicity ng ginagawa ko. Okay? So number one, I just identify the strongest and weakest currencies or assets. And I show you that kanina sa Edge Finder here. Ito muna tinitingnan ko. And then I analyze the economic outlook. Kita ko rin naman yung data sa A1 Edge Finder and interest rate expectations. Why do I say interest rate? Because a currency is only as attractive to investors if the interest rate is attractive. Okay, and there's more to it fundamentally than what I'm just saying now. That's for another day. Okay. Then step 3, I confirm sentiment and positioning data. Ano yun? Sentiment is your COT or your commitment of traders. Ito yung sinabi ko kanina where I can see institutional positionings, banks, hedge funds, and proprietary firms na legit. Yung hindi nagpapabayad. Yung nag-hire, you go through an interview process, a selection process, and not just pay them $50 for a challenge account. Not that. Okay? And then once I find it, once I'm done with step 1 to 3, I wait for technical confirmation. Ano yung technical confirmation? Simple lang siya for me. I just mark up support, and I mark up resistance. For example, here, when gold was still bullish in the edge finder, the price dropped from here to here, and it's still bullish at the time. Nung nangyari yan, I took a buy because this was support. And then I put a stop loss here. I was planning to buy another piece if it was still bullish, pero hindi na. So hindi na rin naman umabot yung price dyan sa level na yan. And it's up until now, gold is still surviving. Or at least my trade, right? But I really don't care if it hits my stop loss. That's the thing. Dahil nga sabi ko, sa step 5, I manage my risk. I don't risk so much. Why? Because if I risk too much and I blow, it gets me more susceptible to blowing my account. And ayoko nun. I want to stay in the game for as long as I can so I can earn as much as I can. Ganun lang kasimple. Okay? Bigyan kita ng example, ha? So dito, sa Edge Finder, you can see that Canadian Swiss is very bearish in score. Okay? So Canadian Swiss is very bearish in score, and let's see why, right? So sample lang to, ha? So nakita natin that Canada shows weak GDP compared to forecast. Look. Let's go to Canadian. So ito ay isa sa mga data lang. I won't go through everything, but as you can see, when the GDP growth came out on the data, dati it was 0.6%. The actual came out very weak at 0.2%. Right? Next, Swiss economic statistics have more bullish scores than Canadian. So if you look at this is Canadian and this is Swiss. You see how much more bullish reading there is in here compared to Canadian. Okay, so that only tells me that CHF has a stronger reading than Canadian dollar. Which is why, at the end, if you look at the top setups, including technicals, Canadian CHF or CAD Swiss is very bearish. Now, let's look at the chart. Let's look at the chart. CAD CHF. Let's see if it's true. Okay, lo and behold, as you can see, the 200-day moving average is above price, which means this chart is very bearish. Right now, we can see there's consolidation here, and I did mark up the chart because what I was planning was to short this market if I see a break and close below support and then retest back to support and now turning resistance. But I'm not seeing that yet, so I can't enter. That's my technical approach. Okay, like what I see here on the 5th bullet, technical pullback becomes my entry trigger. Okay? Now, let's go to the risk management rules. Kasi ganito lang din ang ginagawa ko. I only risk 0.5 up to 2% of my capital per trade. I don't revenge trading. If I lose, I lose. That's life. That's trading. You don't win every time. That's why when you see my P&L, I lose and I win. Basta dapat upward trajectory ka. Because I have a proven edge. I backtested my approach in the market, and that's what I'm using to become a profitable trader. Okay? Always use a stop loss based on market structure kasi you don't want to not follow your rules. You don't want to overextend. Kung talo na, doon na talaga yung rule mo eh. Kung wala na talaga. You don't have to follow the price and hope to God that it will win over time. It doesn't work that way. Alright? Do not over leverage because fundamentals can shift. Totoo yan. Katulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, when I had my position on gold, which is an ETF that I bought, GLD, the price was here. Right? When the price was here, the chart or fundamentals was showing bullish. So I bought. But now, if I look at Edge Finder, I see it's bearish now. So what do I do? Pag nangyari yan, Kanoipi, anong gagawin ko? Simple. You just leave it alone, let it stay as is, and don't do anything. Okay? So, ganun lang. As simple as that. Okay, pinaka-last item natin mga Kanoipi on risk management is preserve your capital first, Kanoipi. Kasi yan talaga that's your job as a trader. It's not your job to earn. Preserve the capital and profits will come second. Okay? wag na wag kayong basta papasok lang without you knowing what you're doing. Test your strategy, test your edge, and soon, if you learn to just preserve your capital, your profits will come automatically. Okay? So, what's the mindset shift? Stop chasing every move. Think like a portfolio manager and not a gambler. Maraming ganito sa industriya natin, mga kanoypi, yung nagsusugal na lang nang hindi nila alam ang ginagawa nila. Huwag nating tularan yon. And I have a community. The Discord link is going to be down on the description below. Marami akong tao sa community na nakapag-confess na sa akin that they've acted as a gambler and they've learned their lesson, pero they learned it after losing 100,000 pesos. Yun yung nakakalungkot sa lahat. So, try your best not to be that person. Your patience becomes your edge, to be honest. It took a while for me to earn that patience, pero once I've learned how to become patient, everything became smooth. Okay? Wag na wag kayong pipili ng low quality setups. You have your rules. Write them down, memorize them, find them, and obey it. This is what my rules are, and look what I've got. I've proven myself time and again. I'm a profitable trader. Okay? Consistency matters more than excitement. Okay? Tandaan nyo yan. Hindi kayo nag-trade para magsugal at para ma-excite. Nag-trade kayo because it's real business. It's what's going to earn you money. So keep it that way, no? Okay? Alright, so what I'm gonna show you now is how to build your daily routine. Ako, ito lang yung ginagawa ko. I literally review economic calendar every day, check the news, and then I check my A1 Edge Finder for rankings and sentiments. If you want to check and have a free outlook of this scanner, join my Discord and the link is down below. Makikita nyo doon, dahil nagpo-post ako doon ng top setups, pinapakita ko talaga yung Edge Finder there for free. Okay, so the link to my Discord is down there. And then journal your trade ideas, right? Journal it. It helps me, so I think it might help you also. There's no harm in trying. Okay? And then lastly, wait for technical entries or technical alignment before you execute. Kasi hindi kayo basta-basta nakita nyo lang fundamentally bullish. Shit, pasok na ako. It doesn't work that way. Okay? Alright, my final advice. Fundamental swing trading is a long-term skill. Wag na wag kayong magpadaos-daos. It's difficult. You have to learn to accept that it is. If talagang dedicated kayo dito, you are going to put in the time to backtest your strategy, understand fundamentals, follow me, and ask me questions on Discord. I will answer you basta gabi dahil New York session kasi ang trading market ko. Okay? Master macro. Understanding before scaling capital. Huwag kayong basta bigla na lang mag-invest ng 1 million. You have to backtest. You have to understand what you're trying to do. Okay, do not rely on indicators alone, and combine your patience, discipline, and data. Put them together. I'm sure it's gonna work for you because it works for me. Okay, then if you can't do swing trading, that's fine. You don't have to force yourself to do it, right? Pero this, combining patience, discipline, and data, that works all the time. You don't have to be a swing trader to not do this. Right? Okay. Your edge comes from understanding the why behind the market movement. Hindi totoo na kaya gumagalaw ang market dahil tumama sa support, dahil bumangga sa resistance, dahil nagpunta sa fair value gap, dahil merong order block. Hindi totoo yun. It's moving because there is a massive injection of money or reduction of money in that specific asset. At wala retail traders ang may ganang kalaking pera enough to impact market movements. Ang may perang ganong kalaki, banks, institutional traders, hedge fund managers, companies that are scaling, yung mga prop firm na binabayaran nyo para magkaroon ng challenge, hindi rin sila ang may pera. Dahil B-booked ang mga prop firm nowadays. Yung mga hindi B-booking, yung mga A-booking, yan yung SMB Capital. Yung mga hindi nagpapabayad para makapasok ka sa kumpanya nila. That's what it is. Okay? So the manner, and as soon as you understand the why market moves, you're already a step ahead for majority of the traders. So do that. Okay? So yun muna sa ngayon mga kanoypi. Kung medyo nagustuhan mo naman yung content natin, drop a like button naman, subscribe to my channel, and then follow me on socials. It's gonna be down below in the description. Join my Discord for free macro data and the Edge Finder because this is pricey. So I'll see you on my next video. Bye.